Hey guys, today we're going to talk about wine. Do you love wine? Have you always wanted to go wine tasting but you can't find the time? Well, now you can enjoy the experience in your own home. Julie Belardinelli, a wine ambassador with the Boisset collection, brings the winery tasting to your home, to your businesses, your fundraisers, your special events. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Marci, for letting me be here.
It's
really
awesome.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to hear about what you do and share with everyone.
Great.
So let's talk about the Boisset collection. Share with us.
Okay, so the Boisset collection is owned by Jean-Charles Boisset, who was born in Burgundy, France, in the little town of Boisset, in the vineyards with his parents and his grandparents.
Wonderful.
They started the winery back in 1961, and they've slowly grown their vineyards over the years. So one by one, they purchased vineyards. And Jean-Charles has since married Gina Gallo, who's the granddaughter of Giulio Gallo.
That's so great.
Yeah, so they have this great wine dynasty going on. She runs Gallo and he runs Boisset. And Boisset is actually the 23rd largest family-owned winery company in the country, in the United States. They're the third largest exporter in France and the largest producer in Burgundy. So
that's incredible.
It's really a very big company, and they own a lot of vineyards across France and California.
Doing amazing things.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the wine collection.
Sure. We have about 130 wines in our portfolio as ambassadors. Obviously, he's got many more wines than that that he sells through regular distribution channels. But our ambassador program has 130, and they range from sparkling to Chardonnay to, we just have some new white wines that were just added. We have an Albarino now and a Viognier, so we're bringing in different varietals all the time.
Yes.
We have elegant Pinot Noirs from California as well as France, and lots of French bubbles.
Yeah.
Because he's French, of course, we have to have the French bubbles.
Of course, and I know the ladies love their bubbles.
Yes, absolutely. And we also have a lot of great Cabernets and red blends, and constantly adding to the portfolio with new wineries. Our latest acquisition was the Wattle Creek back in 2016.
And rosé, right?
Rosé all day.
Rosé all day. I swear to God, that is huge right now.
It is. It's very huge. And we have several rosés, sparkling as well as flat.
Okay.
And we just added an LVE Legend Vineyard Exclusives, which is our collaboration with John Legend, the singer. And he just added a rosé to our portfolio as well. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the different wineries.
Okay, yeah, so we have, in Napa, we have Raymond, which he purchased back in 2009. Huge, and he wanted to keep the heritage of the Raymond family, at the winery. So he purchased it from them. They wanted to retire, but the history and everything that they had built is still the same.
That's wonderful. So he didn't change that.
He didn't really change it. He went in and, basically upgraded the winery to a destination Napa winery. So if you go there, it's a very fun experience. There's all different rooms that you can go into. There's a red room and a crystal room, and you can have a bubble experience in the bubble lounge, and all kinds of really fun experiences.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then attached to that is Frenchie, which is on the Raymond property, but it's actually a dog kennel, but we call it the first dog winery.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
It's awesome because you can drop your dog off.
Yes.
And they get to sit in wine barrel beds with red velvet cushions and drink out of silver bowls.
Yes.
And you can watch them on the doggy cam while you're tasting over at Raymond, so it's really great.
I think everybody's booking their flight right now.
Exactly. I mean, it's just really a great experience.
Sounds like
and they have their own wine, so he's created a Frenchie label to go along with the Frenchie winery, and Frenchie is the name of his bulldog, his French bulldog. And Deloche is in the Russian River Valley in Sonoma. It was actually his first purchase in California in 2003, and he replanted all the vineyards, and now they're all certified organic and biodynamic.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because that's the way they do it over in France, and he's bringing that over here as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so
I know that's so important to people right now.
it is very important, and they're very well known for their Pinot Noirs and their Chardonnays.
Okay.
So it's a great winery to visit as well. Beautiful country.
Yeah.
And we also have, like I said, the Wattle Creek, which is in Alexander Valley, our newest acquisition in 2016. They also have a tasting room at Ghirardelli Square in San Francisco, which is
fun.
Really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can't make it to wine country and you're just in San Francisco, you definitely have to hit Wattle Creek.
Yes.
And we also have the JCB tasting lounges. So JCB is his own small lot production line named after him, obviously, Jean-Charles Boisset. Those are his initials. So we have tasting lounges at Deloche as well as at St. Helena.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then there's Buena Vista. Can't forget Buena Vista.
No.
The oldest premium winery in California.
Oh, wow.
So it was founded by a Hungarian count back in 1857.
Mm-hmm.
So
so much history.
so much history. He's a big history buff.
Yeah.
So he actually went to this winery when he was 11 with his grandparents. They
Okay.
brought him over, and he fell in love with it and said to himself one day, I want to own a winery just like this.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 2011, he purchased
He
it.
did. He made one of his dreams come true.
He did.
Wow, he sounds incredible.
He's
Story,
incredible.
yeah.
He loves history. He loves to keep the heritage. He's restored it to its former glory.
Mhm.
Everyone there dresses in historical costume,
Oh,
period costume, and they are the count and his wife, the
That is
countess,
so
and all their
awesome.
children, and they tell the story and the history of the winery. There's
That's
a
great.
museum up at the top. You can see all the vineyard tools that they used
Mhm.
throughout the years,
Yeah.
and it's really just incredible.
Which has come a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So,
Well, you have some great memberships that
Yes.
you offer. Let's talk about those.
sure, we have a great wine club membership, just called the Boisset Wine Society,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just very easy to access. It's 3 bottles to start, not a huge commitment, and then you automatically get 20% off.
Okay.
So you don't need any membership fee to join, and then you can skip every other shipment if you really wanted to. So
Mhm.
your minimum commitment for the year, if you did quarterly, would be 6 bottles.
Wow.
So they're not asking you to buy cases and cases of
Yes.
wine, which
yes.
some people
Not a huge commitment.
no,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
a lot of wine clubs will do that. Like if you go to a tasting room,
Yes.
they'll get you, and they want you to buy,
Right.
several cases throughout the year. We don't ask you to do that, and you can also customize it. You can choose from all of our wineries and all of our wines, so you're not stuck with just Deloche wines or Buena Vista wines or Raymond wines.
Okay. Great.
So you can take our curated selection that month,
Mm-hmm.
which a benefit of that is that you'll get 30% off if you reorder them within 45 days because you like them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just customize and say, like they'll send you an email that says this is what's coming, and you
Yeah.
can go in and say, oh, I don't really want Chardonnay this month, I'm going to switch it out for Sauvignon Blanc. Easy, done.
Right.
So-
That's nice.
Yeah, and you can choose monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly, so, and it's very flexible, and, we're never going to make you purchase something if you, want to skip it that month or
Okay.
whatever.
Great.
So.
Do you have any other memberships?
Yeah, we have a higher end membership for
Uh-huh.
people who really like to collect wine and have cellars.
Yes.
Right, so that's called the JCB Collectors Club,
Okay.
and it's $500 to join.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is really guaranteeing you future reservations of his highly sought after JCB wines. So we
Okay.
have the JCB number 1 and number 10 Cabernet,
Okay.
the JCB number 3 Pinot Noir, which is a wonderful Pinot Noir that has both French Pinot Noir in it as well as California fruit.
Oh wow.
So it's
Are
there's
you
nothing
allowed
else-
to mix those with grapes?
Yeah, obviously he's allowed to do it.
No, I'm joking.
No, but it's true. I mean, most people don't do that, so
Right.
it's really just a nice.
That's what makes it special.
It's what makes it special. He wants the Franco-American to come together in this one bottle and express the terroirs
Love it.
of both places. And then there's Surrealist bottle as well, which is the highest end wine we have.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about that later.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are future prices that you would get. You would get to purchase them at futures prices, which is 30% off
Nice.
the normal prices.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's really nice for people who are looking for, and they're all small lot productions, so they're not readily available, which is why he does that, so
I
that
see.
you can allocate your positions going forward.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, as I said in the open, I mean, we talked about some amazing experiences going to the wineries and what he offers, but you offer the experience in someone's home or event.
Right.
So let's hear about the wine tasting experience. What exactly is that?
Sure. We have 5 different wine tasting experiences that you can choose from, the host can choose from. So basically, anywhere from a mini bubbles flight of 3 bottles, and then all the other flights have 6 bottles in them. California tasting, a reserve tasting, Franco-American tasting, and a Grand Reserve tasting. And they're all good for about 12 to 15 people.
Okay.
So it's a nice way to get your friends together,
Yes.
try some wines that you're not going to be able to try anywhere else because
Absolutely.
they're exclusive to us.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously try before you buy.
Yeah.
Right? So the benefit of having a tasting experience in your home or office or anywhere else is that you get to purchase the tasting experiences at 50% off. which
Oh,
is nice. So,
yes.
you're not buying them at retail.
Right.
And then you also get to purchase 3 bottles as well at 50% off after the tasting, if you desire.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and it's just a great way to, bring your friends
Right.
together and share the wines. You get to listen about the stories of the wines.
Mm-hmm.
And it's,
Because
very
that's what,
personalized.
that's what wine tasting is, experiencing wine, sharing stories,
Absolutely.
bringing people together.
That's what it's all about.
And being happy,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And I feel that we're always looking for different ways to create experiences.
Right.
Yeah, and so, let's talk about all the different places that you go.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
we talked about our home.
I've done in-home. I've done client appreciation events.
Mm-hmm.
I've done nonprofit fundraisers where we do specific wine tasting, to help raise money for the nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Bridal shower.
Yeah.
Wedding, you name it,
Right.
the sky's really the limit on your imagination and where you want to hold it. I'm doing a networking wine tasting tomorrow for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's really just dependent on, what you want to come up with. I've been asked, would you ever do like a team building wine tasting? Yeah, we can do anything like that. And we also have an in-house sommelier named Marci that we use, and she has come up with this thing called Discover Your Wine Style.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is trying to take the intimidation out of wine. Some people are very intimidated
Yes.
by wine
Yes.
with all the verbiage that people use
Yes,
and things
absolutely.
like that. So we bring it down to like a basic level, and we try to teach that at the tasting where you'll be able to go into a store or talk to a somm at a restaurant and be able to tell them what you're looking for in easier terms
That's
based on
great.
what you like. So
Right.
she breaks it down into 5 different styles, which are vivacious, voluptuous, elegant, sensuous, and powerful.
Ooh, I like the names.
Yeah, so it's really a lot of fun, and it's just a new way to learn about how to decipher what you like, what you don't like.
Right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the benefits of these experiences.
Well, the benefits are obviously you're going to hear the stories about the wines and the wineries, and you're going to get the 50%. The host is going to get the 50% discount.
Okay.
And then the benefit is you get to taste these great wines that you're not going to be able to taste anywhere else, as well as be able to purchase them. You can join the wine club, get the 20% discount,
Right.
which is great as well. So it's just a lot of fun.
It
I've
is.
never been to one where people said they didn't have a good time, because they
So
always have a great time.
If it's a large group, is it just you, or would you have other ambassadors come?
Yeah, I would have other ambassadors if it was a bigger crowd, for
Right.
sure. Yeah, I've done up to like 30 people, which is manageable, but it would be better if there was 2 of us.
Yeah.
But if it's bigger than that, I would definitely bring in other ambassadors to help.
If you brought in another ambassador for a larger group, would you be paying for 2 ambassadors, or how would that work?
Basically the host is basically paying for the wine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's really just the wine, and we come, to share the stories and share the wines, and then if we get any sales from that, that's how we benefit.
Okay. Well, let's talk about costs.
Okay.
So, first of all, a wine experience. How much does that cost?
So the mini bubbles flight is $50.
Okay.
And it goes all the way up to $200 for the other flights. So
Oh, okay.
it's really not. It's $50, $75.
Very affordable.
Yeah, very affordable.
And how about the wines?
6 bottles in each tasting except for the mini bubble flight.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always tack that on to a tasting as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fun. Yeah.
Because some of them don't have bubbles in them already.
Okay.
And it's a nice way to kind of pour bubbles for people
Yeah.
as people are arriving while you're waiting, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's not expensive.
No, absolutely not.
And like I said, the benefits that everybody has a good time and they're tasting great wine and
Right.
they're hearing new things.
What about the range of the wine costs? How much
In
do
our
wines?
portfolio, yeah, we have
Yeah.
130 wines in our portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
and they range anywhere from $14 all the way up to $350.
Wow.
Right. I would say the bulk is in that $30 to $50 price
Right.
point.
Which is it's great, because if you have like an everyday wine,
Yeah.
you have that $14, the $30, people take to a nice dinner on the weekends.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then
the
go all
higher
the way
end,
up, right?
For the
Those
special occasions.
special occasions, and then great gifts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Always wonderful gifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely like to have that range for everybody.
And you do private labels also.
We
Is that
do.
correct?
Yeah.
So I see one right here.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us about that?
So this is our Raymond North Coast Cabernet, which This is for a golf outing. So they do a golf tournament every year, and they always want to have these as gifts for the winners. Right?
Yes.
So they have a Chardonnay and this Cabernet that they do. And then they also do the custom etched bottle for the champion who wins the tournament.
Oh, I love that.
And it's really nice, right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so this is a Magnum, and then we can have etched whatever you want on the bottle.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so really lovely gift, because not only can you drink it and enjoy it, but then you have it as a trophy afterwards.
Is that affordable to have that done?
This is very affordable. The custom label wines range, we have 6 options. So we have Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, a red blend, 2 Cabernets, and a sparkling wine.
Okay.
Yeah, so they range in price from $2.88 a case all the way up to $7.44 a case.
Oh, a case.
So you have to buy them by the case.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm not going to make one label for you.
Yeah, right, of course.
Right, but so that range really reasonable, $24 to $62, depending on how much you want to spend.
Right.
But they're great for things like this, the golf tournament, weddings, anniversaries. I'm doing one for a bridal shower now.
That's great.
They're great for mortgage brokers and realtors who want to give a great closing gift with their own personal message.
That's wonderful.
You can, the sky's the limit. I've had
Yeah.
customers do it for like family reunions, family vacations. things
So
like
many
that.
great ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
You can't go wrong with them.
So let's talk about the ambassador program and direct to consumer.
Sure.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so John Strauss decided to start the ambassador program back in 2012 with just 8 ambassadors, and we're about 1,500 nationwide now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's
the
great.
growth is amazing. The direct-to-consumer side of the business in wine has grown 15%. It grew 15% last year, 2017. So it's the fastest growing segment of the industry.
Yeah.
I think, it's just the way of the world now, and with Amazon taking over everything.
Yeah.
People just want to click and ship, or have that person that they can call and say, just get it for me and have it shipped, that kind of a thing. So it's taken off, and it's a great way for him. Again, it's another outlet, so he does the traditional distribution methods. And then obviously they have their winery tasting rooms where they do sales to people who visit, and then this is just a way for the ambassadors to bring that same winery experience, but more personalized.
Bring it to you and personalize it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
still get the same wines and the same benefits. Yeah.
Right, and you get them for such a great price.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it takes out the middleman, so
Right.
everybody's saving, and it actually brings in more customer, personalization, more loyalty, that kind of a thing. So it's definitely benefits to direct-to-consumer sales in that regard.
So let's talk about the areas you cover.
Well, I can ship to, we can ship to 38 states in the country. So if I know somebody in Texas who wants to become a wine club member or just order wine from me, they can.
Okay.
Same with Florida or California, Illinois, any of them. There's about 8 states we can't ship to.
Okay.
But for the most part, that's not really an issue.
No. So tell me about the areas that you specifically cover if someone wanted to hire you for their event.
So I basically cover, most of northern Jersey,
Uh-huh.
right, as well as Rockland County, Hudson County, Westchester, and New York.
Okay.
If it was someone I was really friendly with and had a good relationship with, and they lived in Pennsylvania, I would go to Pennsylvania for them, that kind
Right.
of thing. Or
Right.
upstate New York, if it was,
Yeah.
3 hours away, that kind of thing.
And you're staying over.
Right, exactly, but I'm staying over, yeah.
Yeah, but basically you cover New Jersey and New York.
Yeah, pretty much.
Areas. And if you can't make it, then you know other
But
ambassadors.
we know other ambassadors that can help out, and you
Yeah.
just, ask them if they're available, and
Right.
they figure it out from there. I would even go, look, Long Island's not too far either.
Yeah.
I would do the whole
It's
tri-state
not too
area.
bad. That's fantastic.
Right.
I am so excited to talk about the wines and this beautiful jewelry. So why don't you tell us about that?
Sure, absolutely. The jewelry is actually designed by Jean Charles himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's very
Gorgeous.
Yeah, he's very enthusiastic, obviously, about everything wine, and very passionate. And he is very creative. So
Mhm.
his mind is constantly going. And after he, helps in the vineyards and helps make the wine, and the next thing, obviously, he wanted to do was, add some jewelry that was
Yeah.
inspired by.
You gotta have a
wine.
little bling.
He loves bling. Yes, he loves his bling. So,
Uh-huh.
so like here we would have this. This is the Blue Fun of Hope. It's really a grape leaf.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, it's a grape leaf.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a grape leaf.
Gorgeous.
And then they come in cuffs, things like
love
that,
that
and they also have cuff links. This is a bee with, and all their necklaces are brooches as well, pins as well as necklaces. So obviously bees are in the vineyard, and
Yes.
they're very helpful to the vineyard.
Yes.
So he was inspired with that.
Love it.
This is a cufflinks for men, which go along with this explosive grape.
Gorgeous. So that's an explosive grape. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about, the universe being in harmony
These beautiful earrings.
with the earth, creating these wonderful grapes that we
Oh.
get to grow, that kind of a thing. One of his latest versions is this necklace, the butterfly, obviously,
Love the
again,
butterfly.
coming from the
Beautiful.
vineyards,
Mhm.
butterflies, and the, life and metamorphosis and reinvention.
Oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, so I mean, they're obviously statement pieces.
Yes.
And one of a kind. So I mean, we get to sell that as well, to people who want to have, have a statement to say.
So you bring this to the party, and can you give us like a roundabout ballpark of on the jewelry?
The pricing, yeah, I would say they range from maybe $75 all the way up to $250,
Okay.
depending on the piece.
$250.
Right.
Oh, okay. So this is these are not real diamonds.
No,
And,
they're
okay.
like the Swarovski crystals.
Okay. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So let's talk about these beautiful bottles that you brought here.
Sure, absolutely. So this is the Surrealist. This is our highest end bottle for $350. This is what I was talking about for the collector's club.
Yes, gorgeous.
Right. So you would get the Futures reservation at 30% off if you decided you want this bottle.
Uh-huh.
And it's adorned with the Surrealist brooch, which he has also designed. And he likes to have it as, more than one purpose. So obviously you can enjoy the wine, but when you're done, it's also a decanter.
I love it.
A beautiful decanter that you can use, or you put water in it as a water carafe when you're
Uh-huh.
serving, a nice dinner,
Yeah,
that kind of
absolutely.
thing.
Do you get to choose what's on the front?
Not always, but he does have different jewels.
Okay.
Right? So this is the Surrealist, but I know I've seen them with the explosive grape, and we have the Blue Fun of Hope, and we have
Love it.
a bunch of other different jewels that he has been putting on the bottles.
Okay.
So it's really a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's gotten great scores. Like the last vintage was 2015, and hasn't been released yet, but it had a 98 and 100 score from the
Well, you
wine
love
reviewers.
that.
Yes, it doesn't get better than that.
Does not get better than that.
Right.
So I see you have some other wines too, and a book you've brought.
Absolutely. So again, we'll just start from the beginning with the Buena Vista wine.
Uh-huh.
This is our Chardonnay that is exclusive to our ambassador program, and less than 300 cases are made of this.
Mhm.
But this is also one of the ones that you can get as custom labels, just like this.
Okay.
So it's nice on its own, just like this. But
Yes.
if you wanted, it's a beautiful, not overly oaked Chardonnay, which is great for just everyday drinking.
Yeah.
$22.
Okay, 22.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. And then we have this great Frenchington from Frenchy Winery.
I love that.
So this is his French Bulldog Frenchie.
Yes.
Dressed up as George Washington.
That's so cute.
So basically, what he does with the Frenchy wineries, he dresses them up. It pays homage to the French-American relationship during the Revolutionary War.
Oh,
So we have different
that's great.
bottles dressed up. We
History again.
Have history again. We have George Washington, we have Napoleon,
Uh-huh.
Marie Antoinette, and Betsy Ross.
I love it.
So it's great.
Uh-huh.
And this is a beautiful, easy drinking red blend for good for every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a fun story. And if anybody has a French Bulldog, there's nothing better to give them than this.
Yes.
Because it's just so much fun. But to touch on that, there's also a higher end version of the Frenchie. This is the Frenchie Royale,
Oh, how cute.
which has the jeweled Frenchie.
I love that.
So.
Is this also $350? Or how much is this one?
No.
Have that done.
Oh no, this is only $80.
Oh, okay, that's 80.
Yeah. Again, but this is a bottle you could have etched as well, just
Love
like
it.
that etched bottle that I showed
Yes.
before. So we also have the Legend Vineyard exclusive
Okay.
from John
Yes.
Legend. So this is
That's beautiful. What a pretty label.
Yeah, he has great label and great wine. So
Yeah.
he collaborated with Jean Charles and our Raymond winemaker Stephanie Putnam,
Okay.
and came up with a Cabernet, a red blend, a Chardonnay, and we just added a Pinot Noir from Provence.
Mm-hmm.
So he really wanted to collaborate with them and come up with wines that he loved in his style, but also evoked the same memories and beautiful images and, great things from his music, the same
Yeah.
things that his music evokes. Right?
Oh, I see. So he worked with John Legend, and I
Yes,
see.
absolutely.
Yes.
So John Legend wanted to make his own wines, and he came to us to
Well,
collaborate.
that says a lot that he came to you
Yes,
guys
absolutely.
to collaborate and make his
And
wines.
make beautiful wines. And
Yes.
again, we just, like I said, the newest is the LVE Rosé from Provence, which I don't have here, but
Right, right.
it's a beautiful wine. And then again, this book
Yes.
that Jean-Charles and Marty Old, our in-house sommelier, just wrote together.
Okay.
So it's passion for wine, and basically how, the French-American story between Jean-Charles and what he's been doing over here in California.
That's great.
And kind of bringing it again.
So this is him.
This is him. Yes, this is Jean-Charles.
My goodness. Did he start off when he was about 10?
He's always, yeah. I'm telling you, he's got blood, wine.
The wine, right? They
flowing
say,
through his
yes.
veins. And you never see him without a wine glass in his hand.
I love
And
it.
he's always dressed to the nines, and he's just, like I
He
said,
seems incredible. I
so
want to meet him one day.
Yes, he's so much fun.
Yeah.
Very charismatic.
Yes.
And they put this book together to kind of, again, bring the wine world, down a notch so that it's easy for the novice to understand as well as
Right.
the person who is.
So it makes it
entrenched in
very approachable.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So-
So that is fantastic.
It's a great story. I mean, he's done a wonderful job, and he's just
I see that.
expanding in
I
all
see
areas.
that. So Julie, thanks for coming on, and I think you have
Thanks for
a
having me.
fun little story to share with us before we close.
Sure. I just wanted to share about one of our newest wines called the French Kiss. I don't have an example of it here, but it is a sparkling red wine
Oh.
from the Beaujolais region in Burgundy.
Uh-huh.
It's made of 100% Gamay grape. And the story really goes that Jean-Charles brought it to one of our ambassadors' houses for an event that she was throwing,
Mm-hmm.
and she asked him to bring something special, that they hadn't had before. So he brought this sparkling Gamay,
Yeah.
which is really not, you never see it around here.
No, not heard of it.
No. So he brought it, and then she tasted it, and they all tasted it, and he was like, "Well, what do you like? Do you
Right.
like it? What does it remind you of?" And she said, "Oh, it reminds me of a French kiss."
Yeah.
So, I mean, we
How
never
cute
had this
is
in
that?
our portfolio before, but the way, it's got the juicy sweetness and the bubbles dance across your tongue, it reminds you of your first French kiss.
Right.
So she got to name the bottle.
She got to
French
name
Kiss,
it.
and it's only for us, the ambassador program. So it's really
That is so great.
that's how close the ambassadors are to Jean-Charles, where we can
Yes.
actually get up close and personal with him.
A real
And-
family.
Yeah, a real family, and get to name the wines, and it's just wonderful.
What a great experience
Yeah.
to be part of.
It is. It really is.
Thank you again, Julie, for coming on the show.
Thank you for
And
having
thank
me.
you for sharing about the wine tasting experience, the Boisset collection. It sounds amazing, and I can't wait for all of you to have this experience in your home also. So be sure to reach out to Julie and make this happen. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Remember to check out Coffee with Marci on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now NJ On Air. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Remember, you can download our show on the NJ On Air app, which is available on Roku, Android, and iOS devices.